What's going on today, guys? So, I am going to do a video for you on something I haven't done before. Let me grab that real quick. So, it's going to be a review, a video with some tips on how to dip this certain tobacco, and a little bit of something about someone who is known for this dip. So, it is Copenhagen Snuff. Okay, guys? Now, Copenhagen Snuff is the finest cut dip you will ever find. Finer than Grizzly Fine Cut, anything like that. It's so fine. That sounded weird. But it's a very fine cut dip. Now, let me show you. That's how small these things are. That's how small the little particles are of tobacco. That's how fine it is, guys. So this is also known as the Phil Robertson dip. Now, if any of you have seen Duck Dynasty, Phil Robertson is a hunter. I think he's Willie's father. I don't really watch it too much because I don't really watch too much TV. But I think he's Willie's father. So he is known. This is the Phil Robertson dip. Now, there's about Phil Robertson. That's what I was going to tell you about. Now, here's the tips about it. So, first of all, cracking a Copenhagen Snuff can. Now, it's very similar with cracking the long cut original can, which is right like this. Notice that these are both fiberboard cans. They look like cardboard, okay? And this is the long cut original. And it's not like a plastic can. Now, this is a little difficult because you don't really need a long fingernail, but on a normal can, you will go straight in and puncture it and just go around. With a fiberboard can, which is, I think this is only Copenhagen, you go, this is already cracked now, but let me just show you. You take your fingernail, your thumb fingernail, you go kind of up towards the top of it. Instead of going like this and flipping it over, just going around, you're going to go up at it a little bit, kind of grab like that, and you're going to go around, and it will finally cut it. It will cut the can. So that's a little more difficult. Now, the tips on how to dip this stuff. First of all, you're going to pack it like a regular can. Just pack it away. And then, now, this stuff, as I said, is so fine. This is a brand new can. I haven't taken a pinch of this yet, but I just opened it because I open things before I even use them for some strange reason. Now, this is a very fine cut, so what is going to happen is it's going to keep falling out of the can, and you want to kind of save that. And I learned this from when I started dipping this stuff from someone. So, you put the tin top under it, like so. So when it falls out, it falls right back on the tin, okay? Now with this, you're going to want to take your fingers, and don't expect to get a big pinch of this, so don't get frustrated. But what you do is you pinch in it, and you rub it against the side of the fiberboard tin, because there's wax in there, and it's going to pack it together. Now this is the biggest pinch you're going to get. Now, when you put this in, what I recommend doing, because I've never met anyone who could put Copenhagen Snuff on the side, right here. You gotta put it in the front, right there. So you're gonna have to take a few pinches of this because it's very, very fine cut, and you won't be. It's like sand, guys. You're not gonna be able to pack a lot and pinch a lot. So ready? Now, when you dip this, expect it to go everywhere in your mouth. Very fine cut. It's gonna, you can't pack it well. So, now that one's done, I gotta pack it again because I messed it up. Okay, now I'm gonna take another pinch. Rub it against the side of the fiberboard can like that. It's gonna wax it up a little bit. That was a better pinch. Now look. All that. All over my mouth. Okay. Get a sip of coffee. Alright. Now, if you are a beginning dipper, I would not recommend dipping Copenhagen Snuff at first. Because when I originally had started, about a month in, I had tried this stuff and I hated it because it was so intimidating, it was so hard to dip. Now it's one of my favorite dips out there. I believe you have to be dipping for a little while to be able to use this. But But please, if you do try it, don't get discouraged. You will get it down. Because it is very, very, very difficult, and it can be very uncomfortable. So when you're dipping this, try to remember that when you get it in the front, remember, you're going to have to pack it down with your tongue. And in that process, you're going to get a lot of it on your tongue. And that happens. That's normal. Don't get discouraged because you'll figure it out. So this is a very fine cut. As I said, the finest cut dip you will ever find. So you need to be very careful because it will spill very easily. Now, if it starts getting all around your mouth, try to use your teeth on your tongue and glide your teeth on your tongue to get it off, and then pack it down with your lip, or your tongue, to get it in that, secured in your lip. So, you see I do this a lot? That's me gliding my teeth across my tongue because it's snuff and it gets on my tongue, and I try to glide it off and put it in my lip. So, another thing with Copenhagen Snuff is the wax will not hurt you. People ask me, why would you rub it against the wax? The wax is not going to do anything to you. You're fine. It's just, I think it's easier to pack it in if you kind of rub it against the side, right on in the inner part of this, and it will become more easy to pinch. Now, with the review, here we go. The cut is very thin. It's very fine. It's very small. It's like a grain of sand, guys. So really, look at that. It's tiny. That one little piece that's one little thing. It's like sand. So be careful. The taste is different. There's no flavor to it. It's a very bitter flavor. And that's what some people don't like. Like, at first I couldn't do long cut original or snuff. But now I like these so much. This is my favorite dip. You gotta get used to the flavor. I used to be dipping mint straight, you know, wintergreen wintergreen was my main dip for a very long time. And now really all I'm dipping is these and this, and Southern Blend is a little bit sweeter, but it still has that kind of taste. But these two are the ones that taste exactly the same, just a different cut. Long cut original, snuff. But anyway, so the flavor is good. You have to get used to it, because a lot of people don't like this flavor because it's very bitter. And it's very strong. So, you gotta kind of be used to it, you know. So, be careful when it comes to that. Because if you don't like bitter flavors, then you might not like it. Because my friend tried it and he vomited because he didn't like it. So that is one thing. That's a tip to be careful about. Anyway, so, now, head buzz is amazing with these two dips. I prefer these in the morning, every morning, because it gives me the fattest buzz. This morning, when I put some of the snuff in, it gave me a big buzz, and it really got me going. So, the buzz on these is just fantastic. Now, this is my uncracked can. I'm going to save this after I'm done with the last Copenhagen mint I had that my buddy sent me from Florida. And so I got another Copenhagen straight over there, and I got 2 more tins of Grizzly Dark Wintergreen Long Cut. But really, guys, I stick to these mainly because I enjoy them so much. So, overall, guys, what I would say with these is Copenhagen Snuff. I would give this a 10 out of a 10. Yes, it's very intimidating. The first time I tried it, it was a 0 out of a 10. I hated it. But now that I am an experienced dipper, I have had a lot of experience with it because I had to stop for a few years. Remember this, guys. I told you in one of my earlier videos, I started with Skull Citrus. Skull, I hate Skull now because it doesn't do anything for me. It's very, I don't like it. And then I worked my way up to Grizzly and then Copenhagen. Copenhagen is one of the stronger dips. And now I'm dipping everything there possibly is. I've tried almost every dip out there. So really have patience with this, please. So as I said, a 10 out of a 10. This is all opinionated. This is my opinion, guys. So remember this, ladies and gentlemen. You really need to be careful with this stuff because if you don't like bitter stuff, you're gonna vomit. My friend, as I said before, my friend did it. So don't get discouraged. Copenhagen Snuff is a very intimidating dip. You need to try to get used to it. You got to keep trying it if you really want to try this stuff and make this your main dip that you usually dip. So a 10 out of a 10. I enjoy this very much. So look, guys, I appreciate you watching. I hope you enjoyed the video. Maybe I'll give you some tips on how to dip it. And you know, if you guys could like my videos, I'd really appreciate it. Please subscribe at any point you'd like. So I'll be coming at you with some videos. Probably today, actually, I'm going to be doing a video on the Copenhagen Long Cut Original. When I get rid of this and throw on my next one, it will be this one, and I'll probably be doing another video on this, or well, a video on this. And then I'm also going to be doing a video on, let me see what I have on my list. Oh, I'm getting a tattoo soon, and I'm going to bring the camera into the tattoo parlor, and I'm going to show you guys a little bit of that, because my girlfriend's going to be there, so she's going to be videotaping, I think. So, tattoo videos coming up, and I'm going to be coming out with some more videos and me doing some other stuff. It might not be dip, it might be fishing, stuff like that. So, you know, please stay tuned. I will be coming out with some more videos, and I appreciate you guys watching. Please like and subscribe. Thank you very much.